Another day, more Phils, unfortunately. Welcome back to Pinstripehype, a Phillies podcast. I am your host. My name is Chris. With me, as always, is co-host Nate. The Phillies have now lost all three series following the All-Star break. Lost 2 out of 3 to the Mets, 2 out of 3 to the Dodgers. Recording this before Game 3 goes up because they already lost the fucking series. Nate, we've lost 4 in a row. It's getting bad. They're 5.5 behind the Braves. Their playoff chances are just about 50-50 now.
So it's funny you mentioned that because I was actually just looking at Fangraphs before we came on here, and they have the Phillies at a 79% chance to still make the playoffs. Maybe that's just schedule based. I don't know what that is, but if you actually watch them play, it does feel more 50-50. They're only one game in, I believe, in the wild card still. And like you said, it's 5.5 now. It's just slipping every day. Ronald Acuna Jr. is about to come back. They blew their chance for the division. So here we are at the end of July.
This team, from top to bottom, truly, is just incredible. And not in a positive way. This is the same baseball team we have watched damn near the past half decade now. We're coming up on
years.
This is now the 4th year, really, of this baseball team, 3rd to 4th, with some pieces like Trey. But it's the same shit, Nate. It is the same shit. If you look at my name, those of you watching on YouTube, those who are just listening, I'm 2 feet out. This team has completely lost me. I put out a tweet yesterday on X. It might be time. I was always on the boat of no prospect is safe. If you get a good deal, like there is no prospect you're going to say is untouchable. I am changing my stance on that because this team is way too many pieces away from winning a championship. I'm going to put it this way. Let's say you go get a bat. Fantastic. You have a lead in the playoffs. The bullpen's going to blow it. Say you go get bullpen. Fantastic. You need a fucking lead for the bullpen to even really be worth anything. Say you get one of each. All right, awesome. Well, that 4th starter eventually is going to have to make a start. The game's over before it even started. So, and this team is just simply not going to make enough upgrades to fill all 3 of those gaps. You need multiple pen pieces, you need multiple bats, and you need another legitimate starter. You're not going to get everything you want because Dave Dombrowski is our president of baseball operations.
Like you said, this is something we've been watching for like years now, but it's more watered down than it's ever been. I mean, this is just a group of aging guys, and we're here. Right, you're right. We need probably 2 bullpen arms, a big bat. Not just don't give me that Joe Adell bullshit where he's going to come in here and play mediocre defense and then strike out. Sure, he'll pop a home run every now and then, but who gives a shit? I mean, they have so many issues going on right now. Before we get into the recap, I'll end it with this. To me, the second they go down in a game, even if it's 1 run, it just feels so unlikely that they're going to come back. I mean, especially right now, the way Bryce and Schwarber are playing, it's just bad. I mean, Trey Turner, I think, has the best OPS on the team since, I think it was July 1st or something. How did we get here?
Well, because, not even a month and a half, 2 months ago, this team was coming back. They would go down, and they were coming back, and they were winning every single game. And we did a pod, and we were talking about, dude, this team has that 2022 feel. They go down. Yeah, it's the same team, sure, basically. But when they go down, they don't roll over and give up. Don had the team up. Don had the team playing well to where they were coming back when they were losing. They weren't rolling over and dying. And then the fucking Wheeler shit happened. And I feel like everything flipped the switch at that point. And we talked about it. We said, look, we hope this doesn't spark something. We didn't think it would. Who knows if it did or it didn't? Maybe the team is just ironically slumping ever since that happened. But you notice ever since Don pulled Wheeler out of that start, everything's just kind of gone downhill.
So has my faith in Don Mattingly, which we'll get to.
Exactly. So it's a fucking domino effect, man. And I'm just going to get into the recap. Okay, we missed the Dodger series. Nate was on vacation. There's not much to recap other than Sanchez, decent game one.
They
7
scored 10
strikeouts.
runs and then went right back to 1.
Yes. The following game, after Zach Wheeler threw an absolute gem, which they lost, of course.
Left Nola in too long.
Which
why did you put him back out there?
Nola giving you the outing he had before you put him back out to see that lineup for the third time was perfectly fine. Was honestly like arguably best case scenario. Aaron Nola 2 times through the lineup, damage control was performed. And then Mattingly says, "Nah, throw you back out there again."
Dude, another thing too, I saw a bunch of people crying about, "Oh, you whine if they leave him in too long. You whine if they take him out too early." No, Aaron Nola cannot come out of a game too early. That's not a thing. If you get 5 innings out of him, you get 5 innings. I don't care what the line looks like. You do not push. You don't push it.
He gives you a couple innings and you go to the pen, unless you're facing one of these bottom feeders. But you're facing the Los Angeles Dodgers, and you're fighting for a playoff spot as you are. So it's just gotten real bad. Don Mattingly's decisions have been awful. The consistency of giving Seth Johnson these multiple innings. This is his second consecutive time in a row leaving Aaron Nola in too long.
Yes, it did happen. Yeah.
He put him back out for the 7th.
Yeah.
And then against the Dodgers, like he's just not the same Aaron Nola. You can't do that. Like, I understand the contract, but you just cannot fucking do that. Mattingly has been rough. We're back to doing the platoons in the entire fucking outfield.
The entire outfield is platooning now.
It's the same exact team. The only thing that's changed is the manager. I mean, and then we're going to jump right to the Yankees series, right? Game 1.
9 Ks.
Luzardo throws an absolute gem. He has 1 pitch that he gets punished on, and that was the end of the game right there. 1-0. The Phillies did nothing. The Phillies cannot touch elite pitching. And somebody commented on X when I put that out. They're like, well, that's kind of the point of elite pitching. You're not supposed to be able to hit them. No shit, dickhead. But the elite teams have to at least get a run or 2 on elite pitching, or at least run the pitch count up so they're out of the game in the 5th or 6th inning.
Yes.
The Phillies.
Cam Schittler had like 50 pitches through like 6 innings.
Dude, the Phillies, they don't work counts. They swing on the first pitches. They strike out in 3 or 4 pitches. They strike out, don't walk, get nobody on base, and then you just let the ace mow you down. Like, at the end of the year, you have Cam Schittler. He's going to be a Cy Young candidate. Well, guess what? He's going to, here, silver platter, look what I did to the Phillies. Jacob Mizrachi, here, silver platter, look what I did to the Phillies. That's what this team has turned into. If you want to boost your Cy Young candidacy, come play us. We got you. If you want to get yourself back on track, don't you worry. Philadelphia Phillies are your friend. I mean, they're simply a joke. Game 2, you got good pitching again. Mesa gave you 2 innings. Brian Keller went a few more innings. He gave up 1 run. Or 2, I think it was. But I don't have it right in front of me. But anyways, the Phillies only gave up 3 runs in a bullpen game. And they only scored 1. Against who, Nate? Against
Ryan Weathers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing, too. I mean, they sent Alex McFarland down for Kyle Backus, who comes in and gives up a run. Alex McFarland looked good. You know what that was? I can get in the mind of Dave Dombrowski for a second. I can just see this. I almost feel like I'm in his head right now. He wanted to bring him up, say, hey, look what he did versus the Dodgers. Look what he can do versus this lineup.
He got Shohei out.
Yeah. And then now he's going to try to use that as a sell point at the deadline, which is just the stupidest shit ever. I mean, it's just, they have Edmundo Sosa batting 5th right now, who just is god awful this season. Terrible all season. They are putting me in a tough spot. I can't defend them at all. I mean, I'm on the attack today. This is
terrible. Team is a joke, been a joke, is a joke, are a joke. Nate said that this is the best team that we've ever put around Bryce Harper. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll take that one on the chin.
Yeah, I'm never letting you live that one down as long as the season prolongs. I'm going to go into the awards. The MVP of this series are our top prospects because they're probably not going to need to, figure out new housing arrangements over the next couple of weeks because this team is a fucking joke. Why would you even worry about trading them? Like, you're just going to hang on to them. They're going to stay around. And if you trade them for a rental, Dave Dombrowski, don't even think about it.
So, my MVP, I'm going to give myself a pat on the back here and say it's me because I was on vacation and punished myself to watch this team. So, I'm going to give myself a little pat on the back there.
Yeah, fuck you. My biggest concern is Bryce Harper. Dude.
Okay.
Dude. Nate.
It's bad. It's bad.
He's getting close to dropping below 250, brother, for the average.
Have you seen his splits?
It's awful. I pulled up his stats since July 1st. Are you ready for this?
Throw it.
Since July 1st, he has one home run, right? He's hitting 147. He's batting 147. OPS since July 1st, 536. He's struck out 26 times, and he only has 11 walks.
And even yesterday, too, like he hit that double play with no outs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, that was a first pitch swing. That was first pitch.
It's his favorite thing to do. Kevin Long, we're going to get to you, buddy. This dude, he has been absolutely brutal. He is a legitimate concern, and we know he goes through these up and down periods, but fuck, this is lasting an entire month at this point.
Yeah, the not elite crowd is out. But how could you not be? I mean, he's not doing anything to push back the narrative. Well, all of a sudden, his stats are completely similar to last year.
It's awful. And my biggest adjustment is you got to switch some shit up, dude. Like, I'm talking like trade multiple people. I don't even know if you want to consider it selling. You just have to get new faces into the door because this is the same shit. When the stars go cold, the entire team does. Harper and Schwarber go cold. Brandon Marsh has been cold. Alec Boehm has never not been cold. Edmundo Sosa has been cold all season. JT Realmuto has been cold all season.
He's the only one hitting right now. JT's the only one hitting the baseball.
Well, Trey, ironically, of course. Yeah. But, like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Like, we still have Alec Boehm hitting cleanup in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what the I mean, it's beating a dead horse at this point. It really is. I just want Dave to just do something to change it, even if it's just trading Alec Boehm for who knows, who cares, somebody just as bad. I will never forgive him for not even. I've seen it a lot on the timeline lately too. Not even looking at. I don't even know how to say his name properly. Blue Jays third baseman. Okamoto, yeah. I was going to completely butcher that.
Yeah, Okamoto.
Not even looking at him, not even having a conversation. Could you imagine the step up? And you and I talked about, imagine if Aiden Miller had a normal back.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the third base is just a black hole. It's going to continue to be one. Alec Boehm was throwing a hissy fit in the dugout again yesterday.
When doesn't he? He's a grown baby. Like, he hits into a double play more than I blink. It's actually incredible. His ground ball rate I don't have the stats in front of me. It wouldn't shock me if it's higher than Justin Crawford's. I mean, he's 6'5", and all he does is just roll over to shortstop or third base every single at bat, it feels like at this point. And he's so damn slow, it's a double play. The other team will just pitch a ball right down the middle. They know Alec Boehm will miss it. He won't lift the ball to get a fly ball. He's going to put it on the ground, and you know how slow he is. You can take your time to turn that double play, and then you'll be in a much better position than you started. And that is our cleanup hitter.
Yep, you pretty much hit it on the head there. We can go to the preview if you want.
I want to down a bottle is what I want to do. The Phillies are facing the Miami Marlins, who are on an absolute skid. They've lost 11 in a row at the time of this recording. If they win tonight, they'll be 1-11 in their last 12. If you do not sweep them with how they are playing at the moment, get out of my face. If you win 2 out of 3, I won't completely bite your head off. If you manage to lose a series to the Miami Marlins, who again have lost 11 in a row and have dropped to 4th place in the division, the Nationals have jumped them. They're now sub 500. They're probably going to sell at the deadline now.
Yep.
So God be with me if this team loses a series to the Miami Marlins. I don't think the pitching matchups are out there yet. Just given who we just had and who you're likely going to see, it's going to be Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, and Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah, most likely, because you got Sanchez going today.
You have to win.
That's a sweep.
You got to win, too. If you lose a Nola game, it depends how. You got to sweep them, though. I don't know who the Marlins have up to bat. I'm going to check real quick and see if they announced it.
I mean, you got to think, too.
Any projections?
If the Phillies can punish them, this is going to force the Marlins to really sell. Like, they're already going to sell, but they might go all the way in and selling at the deadline now.
So they got the first 2 games. It's going to be our guy Tyler Phillips and then Sandy, and then the third game is not announced yet for them.
To be determined.
Yes, sweep them. Simply put, sweep them. For fuck's sake, sweep them. Ready for some temperature checks, buddy? You want to have a little feel?
Let's do it.
For how we're feeling about the baseball team.
Let's do it.
Nate, how you feeling about the bullpen? Let's start where we always start. How you feeling about the bullpen?
Jose Alvarado, get the fuck off my fucking baseball team, you piece of shit. I mean, what the hell, man? It's like every time he comes in, I've never seen somebody. No, this is a lie. I have seen somebody, but of course it's in a Phillies uniform who throws 98 miles an hour and it's the most disgusting flat piece of garbage I've ever fucking seen. I'm all the way out on the bullpen. I mean, Kerkering can't fucking hold down a leverage situation to save his life. There's one guy in this bullpen I trust. We've said this all year. The Sugar Show, get the fuck out of my face. It was a glimpse. There was a glimpse right there. Chase Sugar came in against the Dodgers, gave up a fucking 3-run tank. I'm done. I'm done with the bullpen. I'm all the way down to like a fucking 2, 1.8 maybe. Jonathan Bolin is awesome. And if you want to sell, if you do sell at the deadline, which I don't think the Phillies are going to, he's a legitimate piece you could sell, though, because he's got control. And Jonathan Bolin is good. Besides Jonathan Bolin and Johan Duran, though, I'm at like a 1.8.
Well, I'll say this about Jose. Before what he just did against the Yankees, his previous 4
fucking care.
outings, he didn't give up a single run.
I don't care. Don't give me that underlying stat bullshit, too. His fucking ERA is above a 6. We're in the end of July.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm at and Johan Duran is the entirety of it. I'm sitting at I don't even know, a 1.4, because you don't trust Kerkering. Every fucking time you throw this guy in a high leverage spot, he shits his pants. You can see on his pants a little brown spot form right in the back of it. It's actually a joke. Chase Sugar, brother, whatever, dude. I mean, man.
The fan club is done.
The FC's completely out of the bio. It's gone. It's done. It's deleted. It's been replaced, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. Alex McFarland, I thought you were going to come save me, but unfortunately we have leaders of certain organizations in our front office, and I'm going to leave it at that. It's a fucking joke. Johan Duran, I absolutely love you. I'll just talk about Mason Miller. He won't save it. It won't mean anything, because we're not going to have leads. I'm sitting at a 1.4 because there's absolutely not a single person on this bullpen I trust. John Bolin, like you said before, Nate, is probably your second guy right now. I'm going to say that again. Jonathan Bolin is your second best bullpen piece on this baseball team. Big shout out to Big John.
Big Bad John.
But what are we doing? 1.4.
Starting pitching.
You want to take a crack at him?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll wait.
Happily. I say happily. They've actually been the best unit on the team by a
They've
country
been
mile
pretty
lately.
good, man.
They've been really good. There's one guy in specific I'm going to talk about in a little bit, but again, so Sanchez didn't have a great outing, but didn't have a terrible outing against the Dodgers. Struck out 7. He got taken out, and then runs were given up again. I bring up the name of Ryan Kirkrig, who can knock it out of the jam to save his life. Added to the earned run total for Christopher Sanchez, even though Chris did put the guys on base. Followed by an absolute gem by Zach Wheeler. What's new? Stop me if you've heard that one before. Followed by a Don Mattingly disaster class of management with Aaron Nola. Followed by an absolute gem by Jesus Luzardo. A very good outing by Tim Mesa and Brian Keller. Who knows what we'll see from Sanchez tonight? You can only assume, hopefully, good stuff. Here's the thing. Aaron Nola, I understand you haven't been the worst of the worst lately. I have to point this out because there's really not a close second. We're almost talking an entire ERA point. Aaron Nola, amongst qualified starters, has the worst ERA in all of baseball, and it is not close.
Nope. No, it's not.
He's at like a 5.85, and second is it's like a 5.01.
Yeah.
It is not even close. And if you're comparing contracts,
where are you at on him?
That's the confusing part because this team pisses me off very much, especially right now. They've lost 4 in a row, 3 straight series in a row since the All-Star break. So everything is a little deflated at the moment. But I'm going to sit above a 5 because our big 3 is a legitimate big 3 and a real threat there. Then you have 2 gigantic question marks again. Stop me if you've heard that one before. I'm going to just sit at a 6.2. The only unit on this baseball team that is pretty good. To be honest, they probably should be a little higher.
Yeah.
But I don't give a fuck because they piss me off. So 6.2.
Yeah, I'm at like a 7.3, 7.4. The only reason, and here's why. The only reason that they are in these games, period. The only reason that they're in these games is because of the starting pitching. And I don't care. They could be playing the Dodgers. They could be playing the A's for all. Like, it doesn't matter. The only reason that they're in these games is because of starting pitching. I mean, even you look at these two Yankees games that they played. The Yankees offense isn't very good. Like, they're down Aaron Judge. I think Cody Bellinger got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that the Phillies are, and by the way, they have the most games out of any team in baseball where they've only scored 1 run. And I believe in those 1-run games, they were, I think, 19-6. I'm curious to see what that is now since the All-Star break ended. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm at like a 7.4 on the pitching because that is the only reason. And even Aaron Nola, who's been a lot better. Like, I don't really blame Aaron Nola for coming in and doing what he did versus the Dodgers. He should have been out of the game. He got a good start out of him.
He did.
Back-to-back outings too. So he's actually not been too bad. The box score's lying a little bit because Don Mattingly doesn't know how to pull him out of a game. 7.4. I know, and I know you said the ERA thing. Yes, it is still bad. Aaron Nola is not good. But when you get a good start like that, take him out of the game.
Yeah, but then you leave him in and you just make his confidence even worse. So, and Don, don't get it twisted. We'll talk about you here momentarily. But first, my favorite part of the baseball team, the offense. Hey, guys, how you doing today? Yeah, you having a good weekend? Are you? I hope you are. Because you ruined mine! The past week, I'm talking Sunday to Sunday. Again, tonight's game hasn't happened yet, so technically Sunday to Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
This offense has scored 0 or 1 run in all but 2 games. I'm going to repeat that. In the past week, Mets, 3 Dodgers, 2 Yankees. The Phillies have scored 0 to 1 run in all but 2 games. And those 2 games were against the Dodgers. And one of them they lost. 0 or 1 run. Are we serious right now? A 0 and a 1. That sounds about what my rating is going to be for this offense because it's a joke. I already talked about Bryce Harper slumping in the month of July, in the 500s for the OPS, below 150, approaching Rafael Marchand territory for the batting average for the month of July. Striking out at a high clip, walking at a low rate. Kyle Schwarber has just been, oh, God, he is just missing meatballs over the plate right now. We also know that this is going to happen with Kyle Schwarber because he's going to get hot and he's going to hit everything that he sees. But when he has these cold spells, he cannot touch a baseball. And it's awful. Alec Bohm is still on my baseball team. Bryson Stott, I really don't have much to say about you because we know what you are. You're just a great defender, lower down in the lineup, just sit there and whatever. But now we're back, and we mentioned it earlier in the pod. Platoon. Brandon Marsh had his big breakout year. The Phillies' big acquisition of the season was a Brandon Marsh breakout.
Half a season.
Correct. That breakout is no longer. He's now hitting below 290 when he was amongst the top 3 at some points for average on the season.
He was number one.
He was number one for a little bit, but for the good bit of it, he was sitting in like 310s to 320. He was top 5 in the league. And then he remembered, I'm still Brandon Marsh, and I forgot I'm not allowed to hit left-handed pitching. And now here we are. Mattingly is now benching him. I really don't think it's going to affect him that much because Marsh seems like a real clubhouse guy. But that just goes to say even more about this. It's the same fucking team. The same team. Edmundo Sosa has been this guy that we've all come to know and love for being that plug and play guy off the bench, can give you some pop. He's been fucking terrible.
All year, by the way.
He's been awful. In all phases, Edmundo Sosa has been terrible this year. In all phases.
Yeah, and hey, how about we stop putting him in left field because him and Trey clearly didn't know what to do on that ball right there. I can't stress this enough. Edmundo Sosa does not have the body of an outfielder. He is an infielder.
Edmundo Sosa might not even be. I'm going to stop right there because he is a baseball player, but is hardly acted like one. We're putting him in against lefties, and I mean, again, to Nate's point earlier, it was Ryan fucking Weathers. Couldn't even sniff him. Ryan Weathers is making Edmundo swing through his back foot. I mean, it's just incredible how this offense is. They have impressed me so much that for the first time this season, their rating is dropping below a 1. We're sitting at a 0.7. Clap it up. That's about how good they've been. And to be honest with you, they wholeheartedly deserve every bit of that 0.7. Because there's not a single guy on this offense other than Trey Turner and, to Nate's point earlier, ironically, JT Realmuto, but save that one because we know that cold streak for the last 2 months of the year is coming in hot starting in August. Okay, so the team's a joke top to bottom outside of the 3 starting pitchers that you have that are really good and Johan Duran. Other than that, save it.
So I need to get in on the offense real quick. So this is per Sean Kane, NBC. Yesterday night was the 25th game of the season that the Phillies have scored 1 or fewer runs. 25 games out of 105 games. 24% of the time they play baseball, they score 1 run or less. That is the most of any team in baseball. I mean, what the fuck? What's this, the 4th highest payroll in baseball? I mean, I am so far out on this offense. I don't think Heliot Ramos saves this. Joe Adele doesn't. Get out of my face. I mean, there's no bat, or I don't even think there's 2 bats that they can bring in here. I don't know, man. I mean, Kevin Long should have been out of here yesterday. You got the offense just totally struggling. The Bryce Elite thing, it's killing me. It's killing me right now. Look, I asked on a solo pod for a few things. I asked for Bryson Stott to stay around 250. He has been fine. JT Realmuto is up to a 230. If JT can hit around 230, that's good for him. That's probably where he should be. But, Derek Hill was going to cool off. Brian De La Cruz is something to keep an eye on, I guess. But I have something I got to talk about with him and Don Mattingly because I there was something that happened in the game yesterday that I really did not like, and it's even worse for Don Mattingly. I am going to sit below a 1 on the offense. This is just they're a joke. They're a joke. That's what they are. I'm at like a 0.8. I don't trust this offense to score 5 runs in a game. They can't even score 1. Like this offense should have to score 4 runs, and they can probably win so many games with the big 3 pitching. And you can get lucky every now and then and score 4 and get a NOLA win. But they can't even get 1 run in some of these games. So I'll sit at a 0.8. It's below a 1.
We're going to look back in a decade or two at this starting rotation between Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo. Be like, how the fuck did we have those 3, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Trey Turner? Like, to Nate's point, you only need 4 runs.
Yeah,
if you can get 4 runs, you're going to win. I mean, 80% of your games with those 3, if not higher than that. But they can't do that. Of course they can't. Why would they? And we're going to look back and we're going to be like, wow, what a waste. What could have been? And we're already feeling that way because we know that this team is not winning at all. They're not even going to get close. And reason 1A is the manager, Don Mattingly. How you doing, good buddy? You're dropping well below the 5 today, my friend. It's been rough. It's been poor bullpen management. Look, I understand there's not a lot to work with there. You got to just kind of try stuff. But the consistent Seth Johnson has to stop for multiple innings. And it hasn't. Like a Ryan Kirkring, you have to try anybody else to see if somebody can maybe be like that the big time, get a guy out, get 2 guys out. He's not that. Leaving Aaron Nola in, like, what are we doing? Like, you're going to leave Aaron Nola in but take Zach Wheeler out? Like, are we, like, you're following me? And just trying stuff with the offense. Nothing is working. Nothing is working. Don Mattingly, and this also has been all over the timeline, his management is not going to win you a playoff series. It will lose you a playoff series. And we talked about it too, Nate, is Topper would manage his way through the regular season perfectly fine and then have a blunder or 2 in the playoffs. Mattingly is starting to negatively manage his way in the regular season here. I'm terrified what it would look like in the playoffs where the stakes are much higher and he has to make those calls. What the hell he would do. Mattingly, I'm dropping below a 5. Brother, I'm sitting at a 4.2 right now. It's been Dustin Poirier. It's been bad. It has not been good. It's been painful to watch. It's been brutal as a fan to sit here and just watch blunder after blunder after blunder from the team itself and then also from managerial perspective. Doing the small things. Nate, I know you got a lot you want to talk about. I know you want to talk about the Brian De La Cruz thing. I'm going to sit at a 4.2 on Don, on the team. I'm sitting at a 2.9. I am 2 feet out.
So, it's funny because for about 2 to 3 weeks after Mattingly came in, you and I were saying, all right, we're like a 7 and 8. He's not doing anything wrong. And he wasn't.
The 9s, man.
Yeah, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Don was fine. I don't know how you couldn't be high on him back then because he came in and they started winning.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, they're down 3-1, right?
Yep.
And there is a runner. Alec Boehm walks in the 8th inning. And there's 2 outs. So because Sosa came in, hit no fielder's choice. So Sosa's on base, right? Justin Crawford comes in to pinch hit for Brian De La Cruz down 3-1 in the 8th inning. Who do you think has more of a chance to hit a fucking home run in that spot? Brian De La Cruz or Justin Crawford? What? I mean,
where's Garrett Stubbs?
Yeah, like, what's the point of doing, like, the little things like that? I mean, Brian De La Cruz had 2 hits yesterday, and you're taking him out of the game for Justin Crawford when you need a home run?
And he had a great defensive play, too.
Like, I don't, like, Brian De La Cruz hit a home run the day before. So you're taking him out of the game for what? For what reason? I mean, stuff like that drives me insane. And I'm not saying Brian De La Cruz was going to hit a home run there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying in the event someone's going to hit a home run for you and tie a game, what is Justin Crawford pinch hitting there for?
I'm curious.
I can't wrap my head around that. And you'll never guess what Justin Crawford did when he came in. You'll never guess. He fucking grounded out.
I'm so curious. I didn't see a Mattingly post game if he said that was a him call or an analytics play, because I feel like that can't be an analytics play, right? Because
I mean, it. Just the thing of it is, it was. So he was. I believe it was Paul Blackburn. Who's a righty. So you want to get a lefty in there? I don't give a fuck, man. I just. And here's another thing too. You're right. Rob Thompson could manage his way through a regular season. Don Mattingly has never been a good manager, really. I mean, he's been with the Dodgers. They never won a World Series when he was managing. He was with the Marlins, and this isn't completely on him because he didn't have too much good talent. They never did anything. I worry. So I do think they're still a playoff team. Somehow I think they're going to wiggle their way in just due to elite pitching and an elite closer. Because they will be on the other side of some of these one-run games, and Duran will come in and do his thing. I mean, we're to the point where he had to pitch yesterday down 1 run because they can't even get him a spot to come into the fucking game. So I don't think. All right, I got to say something. I'm laying this on the line right now, and I hope I can eat total crow at the end of the season. They're not winning a playoff series under Don Mattingly.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're not going to.
I'll double down with you on that one. No,
they're just not going to. I am not 2 feet out. I'm a foot and a half. I'm a foot and a half out. I'm hanging on by a thread, and it is very, very hard right now. Overall, before we move on, 4, 3 or 4, just anywhere between there.
Just shit, basically.
Yeah, overall, really, for me, real quick, the trade deadline is going to be a major factor because it's going to tell me what direction this team's going to go in this next month and a half, 2 months.
Hopefully. So I want to touch on, like, with the whole not going to win. I was always, like, a playoff series. I was always part of the group of, I think they can win a 3-game set because of the Sanchez, Wheeler, Luzardo.
Yeah.
They are showing us that's bullshit because you had those 3 guys pitch and you lost 2 of those 3 games. And you had a gem from Wheeler and a gem from Zeus, and you lost both of those. An okay game from Sanchez, and you won. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, so that's just going to show that no matter how good the pitching actually is, if they make one mistake, one bad pitch, it's over because the offense. We've seen it for years. We've seen it a handful of times this past week. It is what it is. No, I'm doubling down. They're not winning a playoff series. Quote it, record it, save it. We'll be right because it's just not going to happen. Moving along, if you're ready, sir.
I am ready.
Let's jump to we're going to do one overreaction reality. I'm going to keep it simple. Nate, should they nuke the coaching staff?
The only person on this coaching staff that should be remotely safe is Caleb Cotham. This should be cleaned out. This should be cleaned out. This is reality. In the offseason, clean it out. Bring in a whole new unit. I don't know if it's Alex Cora. I don't care at this point. Don Mattingly cannot come back next season. And they're in an awkward spot because his son is the general manager. So what's he gonna tell him? Hey, Pops.
Hey, Pop, fucking retire.
Maybe Don would stay on as a bench coach. I don't know if they'd even want that. That would just be weird, probably.
I don't think he would want to.
Yeah. So
he won't want to be demoted. Yeah.
I think that the staff needs to get nuked. Yeah.
Fully agree. And, of course, hopefully this goes without saying. This is all, like rhetorical, not literal drop a nuke on them, but like fire them, right? Everybody needs to go. And I agree with that. You keep Caleb Cotham. Maybe the bullpen coach too, because he's done a pretty good job, I think, with what he's had turning John Bolin.
I think Paco is the base running coach. Get him the fuck out of here, man.
Oh my God, you need to send him to a different planet. You got to do a lot, and Kevin Long primarily should have been gone years ago. Don Mattingly, brother, obviously we know you're going to ride the season out here. You got to be gone, and take everyone with you. I mean, they have to do something. Keep Caleb.
It's time for change.
Big time. Big time. And just going to leave it at that. Reality. Prospects, Nate. Big shakeup.
All right. So,
only positive thing it feels like on this team right now are a couple prospects not named Tatum Miller.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Updated farm systems have come out. Our boy, Aurelio Ferry Boost, has jumped up to 7.
Damn right.
We might have been on him a few months ago. Ramon Marquez is 4th now. Gage Wood has taken the crown. He is the number 1 prospect in the Phillies system.
Put the crown on him. King.
Put the crown. We finally got an update on Dante Nori. It was a stress fracture. So who knows when he's going to be back.
Might not be.
And before I get into breaking these guys down quickly, Arun Escobar somehow managed to stay at 5, and he has been awful all season. So how he is still at 5 is just crazy to me. That being said, let me break some of these guys down for you because we haven't in a while, and some of them probably will be moved at the trade deadline. So Gage Wood has made 2 starts recently. 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 Ks. Not his greatest outing. However, Gage Wood, right before that, threw a 9 strikeout, 4 inning, 0 run baseball game. So Gage Wood has been fine. He's developing fine. People are going to when Phillies call up someone at the deadline, he's going to be one of the first names they bring up. Now, this is someone who I think can actually get traded. And I want to say this, and I've seen other people say this. Brian Riccone has 15 homers on the season with elite defense, and he has an 850 OPS. He's only 22 years old. If this was a Dodgers or Brewers prospect, this guy would be in the top 100. Just going to put that out there because of the bias of the Dodgers. Yeah. So he had 2 home runs yesterday. That's an elite. I mean, I don't want to call him an elite prospect, but that's a good trade chip.
Of course. It's a guy to get names off of the top handful of dudes.
Yes, and he also did move up. He is their number 16th prospect now.
Mm-hmm.
Francisco Renteria is hitting 379 on the season with an 1100 OPS. He has 6 home runs, and he has 53 hits and 140 ABs. And he has 17 stolen bases. I mean, this guy is untouchable. At the deadline. You do not move this guy for anybody. No one. He said this is going to carry the next wave of the Phillies. This has potential to be like a Juan Soto guy who comes up here at like 19 or 20 years old. How good he's going to be right away, I don't know. But he might. I have a feeling he's going to progress through the minor leagues very, very quickly. I think he'll be up here by the time he's 20 or 21.
The Tigers call you and they say, I'll give you Tariq Skubal. I want Francisco Renteria.
Bye, Francisco Renteria.
Okay.
I
said I'd have to check there,
but I just don't think that's real. I don't think that's going to happen. But
mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the hypothetical, yes. But
okay.
That being said, too, Ramon Marquez, our guy, 10 Ks, career high in his last outing. He had 24 whiffs. 24 whiffs in 5 innings. 10 Ks. He is now the number 4th prospect. Keep him. The changeup is just ridiculous. They have to keep him. Listen, there's 2 guys. And I love Gage Wood. There's 2 guys at this deadline that I need the Phillies to keep. It's Francisco Renteria and Ramon Marquez. And I actually think so many teams, I don't know how many, some teams might actually want Ramon Marquez over Gage Wood. Just because Gage Wood just isn't. I don't know how good of a starter he's going to be.
Guy.
Yeah. Anyway, Cade Obermueller, another guy who could probably get traded at the deadline. 2.78 ERA in 35 innings. I love wipeout slider. I love him. I love me some Cade Obermueller. Wouldn't mind if he gets traded. Felix Reyes has 21 home runs this season. That's a trade chip. He might just be a demon, quad A demon. Tyler Spangler, the first round pick, finally signed. By the way, fuck you, Scott Boras. Yeah, Phillies have signed 20 out of 21 of their prospects, so that will get updated probably at the end of the year with the new farm coming in. Brad Pacheco, another good outing from him. That's back-to-back now. I think he's only given up 3 runs in his last 3 starts. That's a trade chip. He is the Phillies, I believe, 17th prospect. They added a sweeper on him midway through the season. He's got a good fastball. It might entertain a little bit of trade talk. And then last but not least, the two pitchers who are pitching very good right before the trade deadline. Shout out to both of you because you both are probably going to get moved if the Phillies do anything. Cody Bowker and Matthew Fisher. I believe Cody Bowker just threw, it might have been 8 strikeouts. Let me double check that. But 8 Ks. 8 Ks through 5 innings. Hopefully that draws a little bit of attention before the deadline. So, yeah, that's a quick rundown of the farm. No one new really came in and caught my eye at all. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much – I just pretty much broke down all the trade pieces they have. Like I said, keep Renteria, keep Marquez. Anyone else should be game. And I got to say this, too, before you dive in on this. I don't know how much I want a lot of these guys traded anymore.
Yes. I put that out on X as well. I'm adding Gage to that. I'm adding Ferry Boost to that, and I almost want to put Miller, Aiden on that too, because again, I said at the beginning of the pod, this team is so many pieces away from a championship that even if you get rid of some of these guys for, say, hypothetical going kind of transitioning into the trade part, the trade chip part of the podcast, like Byron Buxton's had his name's been thrown around a lot with some false rumors, but his name has been out there a lot.
Yeah.
Even if you get a guy like Buxton, you still don't have that fourth pitcher. You still don't have a bullpen. You're still not going to win in the playoffs all the way as far as you want to go. And then it's a waste, essentially, if you don't win a World Series, this team is. So you got to keep them. You got to keep, like you said, Marquez. That changeup is legit. Gage Wood, he's your number one guy, right? And he's been elite. You got to change him. The strikeout stuff is real. Renteria, you said it. The rent is due. You got to hold on to that. Ferry Boost is the only catching prospect this team really has in the system. And you see our current position with catcher, so probably should hold on to that. Aiden Miller, I don't even know what teams are viewing his value as right now with the fact that he's not going to play baseball this year.
By the way, he's not even on schedule to.
No.
Yeah,
and it sucks because I called it in February. He's not going to play this year, and here we are in almost August, and he hasn't picked up a bat. So
yeah, listen, and we can wrap up the prospects with this. I just don't look. The Phillies are not a bad baseball team. They are a decent baseball team. Like they're okay.
No, they fucking blow.
For their payroll, they do. But here's the thing. Like they aren't like. I would invest lower tier prospects. Like I would be okay if they went in and tried to just fill a few band-aids and not get rid of these upper tier prospects because they're not going to win a bidding war. They're just not. The only way you do that is with Francisco Renteria or Gage Wood.
Nuking the farm.
So I just don't think they're in a position to do that. So I would like to maybe. You just try to, because like when even like last year, I forget the name of him. I liked him at the time. The player they gave up for Harrison Bader, like at the time, it was kind of like whatever. But if you can try to find a little band-aid like that, maybe that helps you. Because ultimately, what it's going to come down to, even if they do trade the high level prospects, and they sell or they buy the deadline, whoever they bring in. The main core is just going to have to be hot come playoff time. Otherwise, it's not going to matter anyway.
Nothing matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Do you have a trade piece before we end?
Well, not really, because all the pieces that we had before, those teams are doing good now. The Red Sox went on, what did they win, 14 straight or something?
Yeah, and they already said they're going to be aggressive at the deadline.
They already are. They're buying Curtis Mead, apparently, for I don't know what they're doing there. But I don't know. As far as like pieces go, like who's even selling? The Tigers, apparently, they're a handful of games under. They're buying, supposedly.
They're going to try. They're going to try with the Angels with Ohtani.
So I really don't know. I really don't know. It's just kind of one of those things you sit and wait this week. A lot of things are going to start to fall in place with the deadline being next Monday. So things are going to start to fall in place. I mean, I'm really just going to go in and say Byron Buxton because I haven't directly said his name yet. His name's been thrown out there a lot. If there is one guy that can really, really help elevate this lineup genuinely, is going to be Buxton, because you slide him in at 4 to protect Bryce. That means Bryce is going to see more pitches. And then, you just
ride. Do. Yeah, you just ride with that.
Right, because then you have a legitimate right-handed beast. And you need that. And what that would cost, I mean,
Everything.
yeah. I mean, a lot of those guys we just named are going to be gone. It's probably going to be like a Aiden Miller and Gage Painter, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think Bucks is going to get moved because I saw there's been so many mixed reports about this before we end. Like Jim Salisbury said last year that Buxton told a Phillies player that he would waive his no trade clause to come here, and then 2 weeks ago Buxton said, "No, I'm not getting traded." So it's like I don't know if it's just Salisbury trying to create a narrative or what it is, but
I mean, it seems like it because so many people came out and said this is just not true.
yeah.
So who knows what actually might happen? I feel like if Buxton's going to waive his no trade clause, it's going to be to a top team like a Dodgers or a Yankees or I know they fucking blow the Phillies, but like it's going to be one of those teams that you think you can really compete on. And I mean, realistically, the Phillies are going to be a team in the playoffs, and you just want to be able to get in there. But
all right, look here. We'll end the pod with this, and I'm almost willing to put money on this. They're going to end up with either Heliot Ramos and Robbie Ray, or Lane Thomas and Daniel Lynch, and that's going to be what it is.
How much you putting on it?
Oh man, that is such a Dombrowski trade, man. Like, that's such a Dave Dombrowski. And you know what? He'll be 4 years. He'll be 4 years too late on Lane Thomas.
Yep. And 2 years too late on Robbie Ray. I mean,
Robbie Ray's actually pitching pretty good this year, but it doesn't.
He was like elite last year and 2 years.
He's been good this year. He's been very good this year.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's going to be the type of trade the Phillies go make. I don't think they're going to win any of these.
And it's not moving the needle, dude.
No,
this team needs superstars.
Hey, Mike Trout, what you up to, big dog?
Yeah, but again, how many years late there? You know, it's like, fuck, dude, fuck. But this is the first time he's actually healthy, at a trade deadline. So it is what it is. We'll wrap it up here. Positive piece, LeBron James is a Philadelphia 76er. Fuck yes. Been waiting for this for 8 years. 8 years, 2018. Thought it was going to happen. Now here we are.
Did you see the page that reactivated? It got more views than it got more likes than Shams did.
Dude, it's almost at $1 million. It's like 900K now. Yeah,
that guy definitely started typing in random passwords and was like, "Fuck, I got into it," and then he just put that tweet out. Dude, I gotta say too, I'm surprised you didn't text me back quicker because I know you were at work, but
dude, I was fucking working. I was with a customer, and then my computer starts blowing up. I'm like, nah, yep, people are fucking with me now. That's not true. And then I get off, take a break, and then I see it. I was like, well, now I know my phone was blowing up the whole time. So, yeah, I am ecstatic. The Sixers are winning the finals. This is no longer a baseball town. Fuck the Phillies. This is a Sixer city. 76ers to the finals. Put the bet slip in.
Are we a Sixers podcast now?
Welcome back to, I don't know. I'll have to get creative with that one. Welcome back to Talk 7-6. I feel like that's probably a podcast somewhere. But Sixers, 60-plus wins. It's going to be a great season. I've never been invested. Both of my feet went to the Phillies, to the Sixers in the past 5 days. LeBron, you're the GOAT. Sixers, all the way. Put it in, DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever you want to do. Put your neck check on it. You're going to be rich come next June. Trust. Until next time, hopefully the Phillies win a series against the Marlins and they can win a game tonight with Christopher Sanchez on the bump. Please. You lost 4 in a row. Get the 4 back tonight and then sweep the Marlins. Bang. That'll be great. And then you'll be in a better position to buy come the deadline. But for now, we love them. We hate them. They are the Philadelphia Phillies. We out.